It's raining out here. Got a maki tea plant that seems to be doing pretty well so far. It's getting lots of seed pods on the bottom. I'm excited about that. Anyway, got some peppermint. Spreading a little patch here. I want to cultivate some of that. We made some tea with it and some lemon balm, and I could put some ginger and peppermint in it, and it was absolutely amazing tea. So I'm just gonna go for a quick walk down to my cacao patch here, and oh, I hate the autofocus on this thing. It's so bad. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll pause so you don't have to watch me walk through the jungle here. The rain. I have an umbrella so my camera doesn't get wet. Gotta get my greenhouse finished. Gotta do wiring, gotta do greenhouse, gotta do solar, gotta do lava pioneering's fun. Oh, caught a big old rat in our trap last night. See, I'm gonna walk down there anyway. I told you I was gonna pause and I didn't. Caught a big fat rat in our trap last night, and he didn't die, and I had to do horrible things. So I buried him under my blue jade and that pomegranate, because the last rat that I fed him really seemed to perk him up. What is that? That's David the Good said, compost your enemies, right? So he's got a fun gardening channel if you're into that. I love his stuff. That sugarcane's doing amazing. The pomelos seem happy. There's a watermelon that flowers all the time back there. But the melons always die and rot off. Would love to figure out how to stop that, because I'd love to get some watermelons. It's so expensive here on the island. All right, well, we're almost to my first plant. So these cacao I've been trying to cultivate, growing them all from seeds, different varieties, some orange, some red, and really big ones, really small ones. This is, I think, the small reds. Now, those plants, they are so temperamental. I have not been able to successfully transplant them. So these are my first attempts at transplanting my big ones, and so far they're holding up okay. The leaves have a lot of rust on them, so I'm just going to try to keep them, out of the direct sunlight this time. I've got these ones growing in this eluhe patch, kind of shaded in here, and so far they're liking it for the most part. We'll see if all the leaves fall off like they usually do. Other ones I've tried, I'm wondering if the best way to do them is to not try to transplant them, but direct sow them into the ground. See if I can get my umbrella through this path. We got these big spiders here, or the spider webs, and they're really strong. They're harmless spiders. They just kind of give you an itchy welt if they bite you, but they don't really hurt you. But they have these amazingly strong webs. It's like crazy, almost like horsehair or something. Here's a couple more of my first batch that I grew in small pots, and these ones actually look much better. Still got that rust, but they had that because these guys were, they're 1.5 feet tall, and they were growing in these little tiny pots, and they really needed to get out. So I direct sowed some from a really big red cacao pod. Had a lot of seeds. I think these ones would be great for making chocolate just because there's so much in them. You can see them sprouting here. So big problem with this, I found, as soon as I planted them, as soon as they popped out of the ground, birds or rats dug them up. They didn't eat them, they didn't carry them away. Well, some of them disappeared, but I found several just laying by the mounds that I planted them in. Oh, here we go. I had 2 of them sprouted in here yesterday, and I don't see, yep, they were popping up looking really good, and now they are gone. So I know we got big rats that dig stuff up here. You see little holes in the dirt there, maybe, where the seeds were. And they were nice little sprouts. So I'm looking around the mound here, trying to see if I can locate them, because they don't seem to eat them, or at least I don't think so. Last time they left them laying. But we have these Cacao pheasants too, and I think they might possibly be pecking them out to dig for stuff in there. So unfortunately, I am not seeing them. I was so excited because they were doing really well. Once they get past the seed phase, the creatures seem to leave them alone, but getting them past that, and anything for that matter, not just cacao, but any seeds that I plant, they get attacked in the night by something, and it's really frustrating. They dig stuff up and looking for bugs or something. So I can't find them. I'm bummed. But I have more. I have backup growing at the house, so those are, oh, see, this is what we're looking for right here. These guys. And hopefully that batch will be left alone. If these take off and start leafing nicely, I might just steal one of those to thin them and plant it back in this mound over here. And this one's an experiment. Over here, I'm trying to grow it in the stump of an old hapu'u fern. They're hollow and woody on the sides, but they're really fibrous, and I found they're actually a really good growing medium. But I just plopped some, filled up the hole of the stump with potting soil and stuff, and stuck the cacao seeds in there. And I see 1, maybe 2 sprouting in there. There's that guy. So excited about that. And then I've got 2 more mounds over there that I was unable to locate the babies that were dug up. So something ran off with those ones. They wanted to make some chocolate, I think. But I've got more of these small variety red cacao, and I've actually got some more of these large red cacao. I'm not sure. I thought I had planted some yellows, but I think those ones got killed because I might have planted them in too direct of sunlight. And I think something attacked them in the middle of the night as well. So anyway, back up to the house. We just got internet, so hopefully I'll be able to upload my first video on that. It's super expensive, satellite internet, and super weak. But I think it's got about a 3 meg upload on a good day, probably not in the rain. But it'd be so nice to have internet if it works. This is our first day with it, so papayas and my V apples looking a little sad back there. But this is not even focusing. Sorry for the lame video, guys. Really sorry. Alright, well, I'm going to cut this short, so I'd take you for a garden tour, but I do that so much. Probably start losing subs. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.